Okay.
Yeah. So welcome everyone. I am Syed Aasim, second year. C section. Computer science. Of course, I'm going to start about JavaScript, which is basically how all the web browsers work these days. I mean websites to be specific. So yeah, PowerPoint. So bear with me on. I will try to finish it in a very fun way and very shortly also. So JavaScript is mostly used in web development. Web development, this is the roadmap. So how you start web development is associated with the front end, which front end is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now JavaScript is like a backbone of everything. HTML is the basic thing, and CSS is cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets does the design works of whatever you want to add in your websites and everything. So yeah, and backend we are not going to see that because it's too complex. Now what we are going to see today, we are going to see what browser does and what server does. Browser is the thing that we see in our eyes, but server is the back thing which programmers sit and do day and night. And what JavaScript can do is this. You can see it is also a dynamic language and static. So you can let variables have any values it has. So yeah, difference between Java and JavaScript was basically are the same thing, but it's different only in these ways. It has dynamic, like I said, it has dynamic type checking. You can associate any value with the variables, no matter what, it will run smoothly. And yeah, quote of the day: work hard, be kind, amazing things will happen. And yeah, again, like I said, PowerPoint is boring. So yeah, let's get started. Now I'm going to run you through the slide, and then again I'll explain you how to work in Visual Studio Code. So first you have to install Visual Studio Code. For those who don't know what Visual Studio Code is, this is Visual Studio Code and I will show you how to install it. If you want to install it with me, you can do it now, otherwise no problem. This is how it works. There's extensions and stuff like debuggers. You don't need to depend on low-end debuggers, and you have to have this Node.js. Node.js is basically which supports JavaScript environment. You can download it from its official website and it's free of cost. So yeah, and coming back to this is how this is how this JavaScript looks, and this where I am pointing. This thing is where you do your programming and stuff. This thing is where you search files, folders, even codes you can search it. And these things are extensions. This thing is debugging and is used for a lot of things. And these things are where you can see your history and everything. Now coming back to this, you can, yeah, like I said, this thing is files where you can open wherever you want, have saved your folder or your projects. Now I'm coming, this is called as extension. Now what is extension if you ask? It's like basically a support environment which majority of things it will ease in your work instead of taking it again and again. It has its pre-added values in it. For example, this is live server extension, which lively lively displays the output of the changes done in the web page. And this is JavaScript debugger. These things are developed by developers to ease the coder's burden. Now, types of data in JavaScript. There's number, numeric string, of course, like normal other languages, and uses of JavaScript. Mostly it's server-side scripting, client-side scripting. First, client-side scripting is what we as clients do and see the output of the developers. Server-side is what servers. Basically, we have, will we work, we will be coming to know about it. No, we no need to. Now, JavaScript variables. Yeah, like I said, it has normal like all other languages, and the Best part is that you can have a variable as let, and you can do any sort of operations in it. Now let's start with this. So first beginning, you have to create a new folder and name it anything. And now open JS, I mean VSC. Now I have formed a folder already, which is known as stopwatch. Now if you want me to do it from the first, I can go, and I hope you are able to follow. If any queries, just put it in chat box. I will immediately respond. Yeah, English tuition, 30 days English book. Wow. Yes, I see a lot of English films. So no doubts, not till now, or shall I start? So yeah, you know basically I have to add the workspace where you have created the folder. Now I have saved it in desktop. Can go here and can select this, and you can add. Now this thing will show the folders that are present in here. Now since you have created the desktop folder, this is it. This is what you have jolted down here immediately. So yeah, this is like uh old, like we used to do three file concepts, right? This is that. Now we have to add a file. Why we have to now, for example, I am saving this as index.html, and then I have to, excuse me. Yeah, yeah, so now it shows here index.html. Like we used to do three file concepts, right? Now we may be imagining why three file concepts, you can add everything in one thing. That is called a separation of works. I'm not so sure of the term, but separation of something, because now imagine that you live in a will live where you live in your home, and you don't put the things in kitchen in bedroom, and then you don't put the things that are in bedroom in kitchen. You keep the things where they are meant to be. So that's why we use three file concepts like mostly everywhere. Now for example, I'm going to, it's not kind of complex. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to add an exclamation mark and then press tab. It just appeared whatever you want to do instead of typing in other IDs, which VSC does this job easily. Now mostly you have to add script as one of the tags here, because script is where you use every JavaScript functionalities, and since it's connected to live server, I mean, I'll come to live server now. Let's put that aside. Now we have, can you follow me, everyone? How am I going to extensions and stuff? Intelligence. Okay, I guess you are able to follow me. Now coming back to this thing, and this is where, as I said, extensions. These extensions are meant to ease your work. They are like pre-made already, I mean pre-programmed and stuff like that. So now you have to add live server, which I have already installed. So if you are new, I mean not share its server. Yeah, I have already installed this, so it's not showing installed to me. Wait a second. Yeah. So I have already installed. If you didn't install this, please do it because it makes your work easier. And yeah, so this thing is what makes shows us the live changes that we are doing in program as we go further. And let me get back here. See this, and sometimes when you type this, it will be going down in on its own as far as live server is doing its work, and I don't know why what's it doing. Oh yeah, when you add an exclamation mark and then you press tab, this program appears on its own. And now if you want to like make a hello world program, how would you do that? That's exactly why I'm here. You have to create another old file in that itself, like I said, three file concept, index.js, and then here we can add any whatever you want, and then you can console.log. Let me come to this. Whatever you want in the sense, this is JavaScript. JS stands for JavaScript, and here like system.out.print and printf and cout and yeah, print in Python. This console.log is what is for JavaScript. In this, you can type this and you can type any message and it would print. Now, how to link this to this HTML file? That is the thing. Now, imagine that you are having a body. Your skin is the CSS, your muscles are JavaScript, and bone is HTML. So that's what is happening here. Now, let's not go into CSS more, but I will see into CSS a few bit of that. You can add anything, whatever you want here, and then you can go to HTML and within the script tag. Now, script is kind of blurry here actually. So I'll go to already I made a thing which is yeah. So script and yeah, and I did everything here. Now let me tell you what these things do. Console.log, like I said, it prints out everything. Document.write is what you want to show it directly in the web page instead of just typing. I mean, instead of just making it a part of with backbone. Now see, I have typed console.log as hello nibas, but here it is shows hello friends. Why is it showing like this? Now let's see this. I open the console here, or you can open Control plus Alt plus I for inspect element. Otherwise, you can console. You can open it with the left, right click and everything. See, but here it shows that what I have written here. Now, because of live server, I can do what are the changes that I want. Now, immediately the changes over here will be showing as hello guys. So this thing is basically what we'll be doing, and you don't need to think a lot in this like other programs and programming languages. Of course, you need to think about what variables that you're going to declare and stuff like that. Now let's get into whatever, however to syntax and stuff like that. For now, let's just get into the basic, really basic things. For example, now you have a, let's see, constant. Let's see about the constant variable. It's const, and you can type any variable name. You can assign it a value. And then you can type console.log and then give its variable name, and it would print. Let's see. See, like I said, constant is the thing which, yeah, like most of the dynamics is statically typed languages, This is what is constant. It's used for constant values. And if you want to have any values, whatever the variable, whatever the user gives, that's called let, like I have given here. And the let, what let does is allows you to have any kind of values, whatever you want. You don't need that to be specifically integer or string or string character. It can be anything. And that's it for now. And for example, you can further on, you can go to, I'm going to show what about the functions that are here. This is again. Now I'm going to show how let properties I'm going to show now. Now, if you want a particular, if you want to make a like database like thing, you want to make a particular person and his name and his thing, everything, but you want to make it into a smaller program. How would you do that? Any ideas? Like I'm asking a question related to the database. So everyone, are you able to follow, or am I getting a goat? Hello, no one is in that box. Repeat question, continue. Okay, thank you, Sri. Repeat question, bro. Wow, are you able to understand? Link the JS file with HTML using the script. I guess, of course, I did that. Only that is the way you insert other things. I mean, other files into another thing. Like we use import to import or include in C and C++. Likewise, the script does that job. Now I'm going to show you a simple project that I did. Cannot did GitHub. I'm accepting. So yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this thing. So this is how I've done a stopwatch using this JavaScript and HTML and CSS. CSS is basically things that are used in to make your thing looks good and align your thing like that. Now, basically, here they have said stopwatch, display flex, display wrap, max with 320. These things are not now. I'm not going to go into this a lot, but these things you can see and you can understand that what are these things meant for. And I'm going to go back to HTML now. I'm going to show you what break down everything. Now, see, I have done it in. Why are you asking that all the JavaScript things are written in this body and not above? Now, see, you when you have to, there is a basic standard that is followed in industry that is called as. That is why the people are not typing all these things print. In your almost every compilers of JavaScript, they compile JavaScript. If you type all the JavaScripts before, it would compile that and it would consume more time. So that's why people, take your time and write all the essential codes back instead of writing it front. Now, if I'm starting that, what I did there, see, it works fine. Now, if I want to change anything here, like See, this is an advantage of JavaScript. I mean, Visual Studio Code. They add colors when you no need to even do anything. And if I save it now, if I go to the, see, it has changed. And likewise, these things. So you no need, if you are well versed in JavaScript, you no need to take your time and be wasting in thinking and drawing algorithms and stuff like that. You can just sit and type and you can earn a lot. And yeah, they are earning a hell lot in JavaScript development. Uh, so yeah, let's go back. And so are you able to do the at least HTML thing till I did? Or do you want me a walkthrough of how to install this again? So now let's come back to this. I hope you are following me. And if you want, let's go back to this. Now, if you want to add anything here, let now if I'm having a person that I'm having in my mind, and then I want to store all his personal details and stuff like that. How can I do that? There's only one way. Name. There's this way possible. Either you can put his name variable and then his age and stuff here. Otherwise, you can do this. This is like database or like CSS like this, where you can about a particular person, you can store whatever his things are, and then you can print it after that. And then here you have to add a semicolon. First here is whatever thing is there. I mean, because of that CSS this style, you have to add a semicolon after the whole curly braces. And then if you go back to the thing and see what changes have been made. Now, if how to see whether if this my name and age are coming correctly, you have to type console.log and you have to print name, and then let's go back and see whether it works. We have to add a comma here. Yeah, now I guess it will work. Yeah, no. Okay, wait. Excuse me. Age is not defined. Let's see what it is now. So yeah, this is what it comes, and let me quit this. And yeah, so any doubts now? Oh yeah, like Akka said, person not name. It yeah. So you have to print person not name to get this from the persons and respective thing. Now you can see the console here. Wait a second, it's loading. Why? Yeah, yeah, like in chat box, I have said correctly. I forgot that completely. So yeah, it shows here as men. So that's it for now. And I don't want to get into more of those complex things as now I am learning these things to present in front of you. So any doubts, anyone? Clear. So did you? So if you have any queries, you can ask. Differentiate var and let. Both are basically the same things, I guess, because both the things do what both the things do what exactly mostly the same. You can either use var or let. I have tried it like that. I don't know in specifics. Just learned. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you for attending. Hope you learned something.
We would like to inform you that in the upcoming week, we will have a session, three sessions on Android Study Jam program. And I hope we will conduct on Jan 18, 19, and 20. Kindly do participate, and it will be a hands-on. And the facilitator for this Android Study Jam program is Vigneshwar from third year Triple E. I hope you will love this session and kindly participate in the upcoming sessions also. Thank you, guys.